Of all the 12 signs of the zodiac, none carries a gift quite like Pisces. They are the healers, the mystics, the empaths, souls born at the very end of the astrological wheel, carrying the wisdom of every sign that came before them. Welcome to Pisces the Healer. In this video, we are going to take a deep, soulful journey into what it truly means to be a Pisces and why their healing energy is one of the most profound forces in the human experience. Pisces is the 12th and final sign of the zodiac, ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and the spiritual unknown. Pisces exists in a realm that most of us only glimpse in our quietest moments. They are water signs, fluid, sensitive, and deeply intuitive. Their symbol, two fish swimming in opposite directions, speaks to the eternal tension at the heart of every Pisces soul, the pull between the earthly world and the spiritual one. But what makes Pisces truly extraordinary is not their dreams or their imagination, though those are remarkable. What sets Pisces apart is their capacity to heal. Healing for Pisces is not a profession. It is a way of being. It is the way they enter a room and immediately sense who is hurting. It is the way they sit beside someone in pain and say nothing, yet somehow everything feels lighter. It is the way they love, without condition, without expectation, without end. Let us begin at the beginning. Let us understand where this healing power comes from, how it manifests, and why the world so desperately needs the Pisces energy now more than ever. To understand Pisces as a healer, we must first understand Neptune, their ruling planet. Neptune governs the invisible world, the world of dreams, the world of spirit, the world beneath the surface of things, where truth lives not in facts but in feelings. Neptune dissolves boundaries. It breaks down the walls between self and other, between you and me, between this world and the next. And this is exactly why Pisces feels everything so deeply. Under Neptune's influence, Pisces cannot fully separate themselves from the emotions of those around them. They absorb, they receive, they feel the grief of strangers as if it were their own. This is both their greatest gift and their greatest challenge, because to feel everything is to be endlessly open. Open to beauty, open to love, open to pain. The ancient astrologers understood this. They placed Pisces at the end of the zodiac deliberately. Pisces is the sign of completion, of dissolution, of return. Where Aries begins with a fiery spark of individual will, Pisces ends with a return to the ocean, to the vast, undifferentiated source of all life. Pisces carries the memory of every soul that has ever lived. They are, in the deepest sense, the keepers of human compassion. Now let us talk about what healing actually looks like in a Pisces. Pisces heals through presence. There is something about being near a Pisces that softens the world. They do not need to say the right words. They do not need to offer solutions. Their presence alone, calm, accepting, non-judgmental, creates a space where healing becomes possible. Scientists might call this co-regulation. Spiritual traditions might call it grace. Whatever the name, the effect is the same. You feel safe when you are with a Pisces. Pisces heals through listening. Not the kind of listening where someone waits for their turn to speak. Real listening. The kind where they track the tremor in your voice, the hesitation before a word, the thing you almost said but didn't. Pisces hears what you cannot say. They read the silence between your sentences and understand everything. Pisces heals through art and beauty. Many Pisces are drawn to creative expression. Music, painting, writing, dance, film. And their art is not decorative, it is medicinal. When a Pisces creates, they pour their empathy into their work, and that empathy reaches out through the art and touches whoever receives it. A Pisces song can make you weep for something you didn't know you were grieving. A Pisces poem can name the feeling you have carried unnamed for years. Pisces heals through forgiveness. This is perhaps their most powerful and most misunderstood quality. Pisces forgives, not because they are weak or naive, but because they understand on a soul level that every person is doing the best they can with the light they have. They see the wound behind the wound. They see the frightened child behind the difficult adult. And from that seeing comes a forgiveness that is not passive but profoundly courageous. Pisces heals through love, and not romantic love only, though Pisces is one of the most devoted partners in the zodiac. Pisces loves universally. They love the broken and the beautiful equally. They love without requiring you to be different. They love the version of you that you have been hiding, the version you are afraid to show the world. That love, unconditional, oceanic, patient, is healing in its purest form. But we must also speak honestly about the shadow side of Pisces the Healer, because no gift comes without its shadow. The very openness that makes Pisces so healing can also make them vulnerable. Without strong boundaries, Pisces can absorb so much pain from others that they lose themselves entirely. They can become so attuned to what everyone else needs that they forget what they need. They can give and give until there is nothing left, and then wonder why they feel empty and invisible. Pisces can also be prone to escapism. When the weight of the world becomes too heavy, and for a Pisces it often does, they may retreat into fantasy, into substances, into anything that numbs the feeling. This is not weakness. This is a soul that was not designed for harshness, struggling to survive in a world that is often very harsh indeed. The healing journey for Pisces, then, is learning to receive as well as give, learning that their own wounds matter, learning that they cannot pour from an empty vessel, learning, perhaps for the first time, that they deserve the same compassion they so freely offer to everyone else. This is the great paradox of Pisces, the healer who must learn to heal themselves. Let us now look at how Pisces the Healer shows up in different areas of life. In friendship, Pisces is the one you call at 2 in the morning when the darkness feels too heavy. They will not tell you to look on the bright side. They will sit in the dark with you. They will hold the weight of your sorrow without flinching, without judging, without rushing you toward the light before you are ready. They are the friend who remembers the small things, the anniversary of your loss, the name of your childhood pet, the dream you mentioned once in passing. They remember because they genuinely care, and genuine care is rarer than we like to think. In romantic relationships, Pisces loves with a depth that can be overwhelming to those not ready for it. They are not casual lovers. They do not hold back. When a Pisces loves you, they love all of you, your light and your shadow, your strengths and your failures. They are endlessly patient, endlessly forgiving, endlessly devoted. But they need the same in return. They need a partner who sees them, truly sees them, not just the gentle giving surface, but the vast and complex ocean underneath. In their careers, Pisces thrives wherever empathy and imagination are valued. They make extraordinary healers, counselors, therapists, social workers, nurses, and doctors. They are exceptional artists, musicians, writers, and filmmakers. They excel in spiritual work as teachers, guides, ministers, and mystics. Wherever there is a need to bridge the seen and the unseen, the known and the felt, the rational and the sacred, Pisces belongs. In their spiritual lives, Pisces is perhaps the most naturally spiritual of all the signs. They do not need to be taught that there is something beyond the material world. They already know. They have always known. They feel it in the way light moves through water, in the way music can make time disappear, in the way love sometimes feels like it comes from somewhere older and larger than a single human heart. Pisces often speaks of a sense of connection to nature, to the universe, to something vast and loving that holds all things. This is not delusion. This is perception. Pisces perceives a level of reality that most of us have been conditioned to ignore, and their healing gift flows directly from that perception. Now let's speak about Pisces in the context of the current world. We live in a time of great fracture. Division, disconnection, hardness, speed, these are the defining features of our age. And into this world, Pisces arrives like water into cracked earth. They carry what the world is most desperately lacking: compassion without agenda, presence without performance, love that does not require you to earn it. Every Pisces you know is quietly doing the work of healing. In their families, in their communities, in the small daily acts of kindness that rarely make the news, but hold the fabric of human life together. They are the neighbor who brings food when you are grieving, the colleague who checks in when everyone else has moved on, the stranger whose eyes meet yours at exactly the right moment and somehow let you know you are not alone. This is Pisces. This is what they do. This is what they are. If you are a Pisces watching this, or if you love a Pisces, I want to say something important. The world needs your healing. The world needs your sensitivity, your depth, your willingness to feel when everyone else is numb, your capacity to love when love feels risky, your ability to hold space when holding space is hard. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are not broken because you feel deeply. You are, in fact, exactly what this world needs, a soul brave enough to stay open in a world that keeps asking you to close. And if you have been pouring yourself out for others and wondering when someone will pour into you, let this be a reminder. You deserve the healing you give. You deserve the love you offer. You deserve someone who sees your ocean and is not afraid of its depth. Pisces the Healer, ancient boundless truth.